Okay, Tuesday morning in the kingdom, and I'm going to try an intro without being censored. Yes, I put a clippy thing on the stick right here. Can you guys see it? Oh, maybe stand up and look down, but it's right there, okay? All right, so it's dark here. I don't know why. Oh, I live at the end of the world. I'm having problems today. I'm hurting. We overdid it yesterday. I don't know who comes up with these harebrained ideas and makes the list and says, oh, let's get it done. You know, oh, wait, that's the boss. He's an asshole. But we got the beams up there. We got the door frame. Everything is looking good. Yes. Hopefully today we put the walls up and sheet them in, because if it gets windy, we can hide inside. Yeah, good plan. All right, this morning we woke up to minus 10 Celsius, but feels like minus 16. Yes. On the yo-yo scale, plus 14. Ooh, Valentine's Day. But feels like plus 3. Ooh. We better not say anything of that. A couple is 3. Yeah. Okay. And it was 1 year ago today, Sir Rodney made the $42,000 coffee table. Yes, that bike was junk. Custom built, paid cash up front, and I got screwed. Yes, the build was so bad the thieves of Winnipeg wouldn't even steal it. They would kick the bike out and steal Rodney's Ford. Oh, sorry, Sir Rodney's Ford. Oh, unreal. So to celebrate, I don't know what we're going to do with the coffee table today. Maybe have a beer, set a beer on top of it. I don't know, but we have a good production day, just like yesterday. Well, we can't sit around, we can't stop. We have to get this done. You know, I don't know what we were thinking. We should have done this a couple of weeks ago when the sandflies were around to join us. And then we would have had more co-workers. Unfrickin' real. But oh well, we'll get it done. And then we can have the 3-in-1 bender back in the shop. Have the work tables, and we can work on maybe 2 projects at once. Plus the wood stove will be up in the air, so I'm not bending over and hurting my back. Okay. It is Halloween today. We'll scroll this way. I don't know if we can see anything. This is where I get censored. Yes, if it did censor there, that would be amazing. I'll leave it. All right. The new flag over there, that's the flag of Australia. That's the country down under. Yes, where you throw another shrimp on the Barbie. Remember that Paul Hogan guy, Crocodile Dundee? All right. We have 4 flags. If the wind is blowing that way, they were all wrapped up the same, okay? Even the Alaskan flag, the independent state, was wrapped up. But the Australian flag, all right, seems how they're upside down, or, you know, the bathtub drains the opposite way or whatever. That flag was wrapped 4 times around the opposite way. You figure that out. Yeah, 4 flags wrapped one way, and the Australian flag wrapped the other way. Unreal. Oh, wait, it's Halloween. It's spooky. The boogeyman did that. Unreal. Well, I better go before they censor me. Oh, here comes the boss. Okay, there we go. A beer to celebrate the promo bike's first year as a cube. $42,000 cube. Man, every time I look at it, what a waste. Oh, well, and it's hard to believe that fella's still in business. All right, let's scroll outside here. And there we go. So we got the welder set up. The sun is bright. We're going to weld the plates on. Yes, we're going to use the welding sleigh. Ooh, is that bright? And we're ready to go. Hopefully we have these plates welded on and the bolts to hold the wood up. And the staff will be here after lunch, and we can get some vertical wood. And then hopefully we can call it a wall. If not, it might fall over. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, that did not take long. We got the eye bolts, or the threaded rod, welded on down here to hold the beam, the timber to the frame. And we got the plates welded down here. It took longer to get the welding cables out and roll them up than what the actual welding was. It's a good day today. I defied the laws of gravity. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and it's a nice day out here. I've got 3 boards up. Okay, this is the timbers from the new shop that was over there that never materialized, okay? So all I had was 4 vertical walls. So here we are, reusing, repurposing everything. The only thing that this project's going to cost us is the gas, the welding rods, and the beer. So here I am reusing a threaded rod that was in the new shop, and it's holding this together. All right, let's go check the wood supply. Okay, the wood on the pallets that we've been moving around all summer, we just about wore it out from moving it, is all covered in snow. So I figured I'd pick through this pile over here. I just flipped the pallet. It was a lot easier at my age to do it that way. And look at the flags. I wonder if the Australian flag is wrapping itself backwards compared to the other ones. That's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Oh, that's a Sesame Street. Phenomenon. Me. Oh, I better go have lunch.
Tuesday morning in WHO-ville, and happy Halloween, everybody. I remember growing up, and every year on Halloween we had snow. Instead of kids dressing up in their costumes, they would have their skidoo suits on with the ski pants and winter boots. Now it's time to head inside and let the dogs out, make breakfast. I'm not sure what I'll be doing this afternoon in the kingdom. Pretty sure we're working on the new shop attachment still, but let's head inside. After lunch, I'm just getting ready to head to the kingdom now. My dad messaged me this morning asking for my wood stove, so I had to drag it back up from the basement. I just brought it down there a couple weeks ago, and now I had to carry it all the way back up and down the stairs and into the quad trailer. Now let's head on over to the kingdom and see what we're doing today. Just made it to the kingdom, and the first thing on the list is to get the wood stove into the gas shed here. That way we can put it into the new attachment on the shop once we're done. As you can hear in the background, my dad's tinkering away with some boards and stuff, so we'll get over there and help him out. Looks like my dad got a lot done while I was gone. Now it's time to get all the boards up on this side, and then we can do the cross up on top, and then we have to tin it in. But to do that, we have to dig the tin out from under one of the van trailers. My dad's waiting for me over on the side here where all this wood is, so I better go help him. Got most of the timbers cut up. We just have to trim these last two boards up here, and then they can get stood up with these ones. We just put that far back one on. Now we just have these two right in the middle. Now we're drilling out the holes, that way they can be bolted into the little slots right here. Once the hole is drilled, we can stand them back up, and then they can be bolted to the little plate right here, as you can see, and then this will keep them from falling over in theory. Now that we got the beams up this way, we have to find some flat 2x6s to go across the bottom here. That way we can screw in the tin once we go grab it from underneath the trailer. And as we're doing all this, it starts to snow. Look at this. Now it is really snowing. It is big snow too coming down. I think winter is here to stay. Now we got all the boards put in on the bottom there. My dad's gonna pick up these couple pallets here of the leftover timbers and wood. This one and that one over there. We actually used quite a bit of it, surprisingly. This is all recycled wood from my old garage and even the new shop right there. He's just moving all the wood out of the way. That way we can grab this beam here and put it up on top, on the very tippy top right here. Not sure how we're gonna do the other one on this side, since we can't really get the loader in here, so I'm not sure what we'll do, but we'll have to put a beam up here as well. Now we are going to attempt to set the timber on top. As you can see, it has to go right in between here. We already measured it and cut it to size, and then we even hammered down all the old nails and screws that were in it, so it's nice and smooth. Got the one beam up, now we just have to push it into place, as you can see right there, but it just has to get pushed in on this side here. We forgot to incorporate the tin there, but that's okay. Now my dad went to go get the other beam here off to the side. It's on that pallet there. I'll walk over and show you guys. Now this one right here is what we'll be putting on as the other rafter up there. My dad's just cutting up the second beam right there, as you can see, and then we're going to put 2 ladders up and we're going to hand bomb it up on top of here. I had to grab the orange ladder, so we'll have 1 ladder here and 1 ladder on the other side, and we'll drag it up. Coffee time, we got both of the timbers up. It didn't take very long, and we were able to get this one up right here. All we did was manhandle it since we couldn't get the loader in here, but that's okay. Now it's time to head inside and make my dad a coffee. After coffee, and it's still snowing pretty good out there, I just went in and made my dad a fresh cup of coffee, and now we're going to head down to the van trailers over there, and that's where the tin is. They are actually underneath the van trailers, so let's get on over there and grab them. Now my dad's going to start the famous black cat and let it warm up while we put these beams back on the pallet and move it out of the way. And then my dad's going to come in with the famous black cat and move the welding sleigh out of the way so we can bring the loader over and put this trailer into the new part of the shop. That way he can work on the stuff that's on there at a later date. If he can get the famous black cat started, that is. I don't think it was plugged in long enough today. Looks like the famous black cat didn't want to start, so we're going to use the loader. Now my dad's going to put this trailer in the shop with some of the drill rods on it. That way he can make the cross beams and a few other things. Well, that was an oopsie. I'm going to have to clip it on here. Perfect. He just went to go turn the trailer around, that way he can get it into the new attachment a lot easier. Now we're going to attempt to move the welding sleigh back. Now my dad's going to go over and take the battery out of the famous black cat so it can be in where it's nice and warm and we can charge it up and see what's the problem. Got everything put back into place, and we even got the loader put away as well because it has to stay warm or else it won't run. Now it's time to head on over to the van trailers and go find some tin. Now we're over in front of the van trailers where all the tin is. As you can see, my dad's already down there waiting for me. I'm pretty sure we're taking out of these 2 piles here, so I better get over there and help him. That didn't take very long. We got all the tin. Pretty sure we'll have to go back for another load. On this side here, we've already started putting it up on the wall there. As you can see, it's just going to sit there like that, and then we can put wood on the inside, and I think there's going to be a window in there at some point. Now my dad's going to plasma cut the bottoms off, that way they're all nice and flat and even. I went down to the van trailers and grabbed the last of the long tin as well. As you can see, this stuff is pretty long, so it was hanging on the back of the quad, but I had no problem getting back up to the shop. As you can see, we got the one side put up. It looks a lot better with the tin. We were short on the one corner here, but that's all right. We'll just overlap another piece of tin. Now I can head in and make my dad another cup of coffee while he's plasma cutting these pieces on the side here. Supper time now. We got the other side up. As you can see, it looks a lot better with all the tin. We just did a rough screw in. My dad's going to switch to the big screws now and completely screw all of it together. That way if the wind gets up, it doesn't blow away. And if you look up on the top there, my dad made sure it's nice and structurally sound and nothing's going to move in the wind. Now I can grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville. Just give you guys another view of the new attachment on the shop. It looks mighty fine if you ask me, and even on the side there, the tin lines up pretty good. Don't mind the dogs in the background. They are fighting, as you can see right here. They are always watching us, but look at this. It looks a lot better. My dad's just going around with the tape measure. Not sure if we'll be able to see it here, but he's putting little red marks. That way he knows where to put the screws in, and then he can continue on while I head home and do my weather. All they do is fight, but they love each other. See, now if the wind gets up, that's going to blow completely off because the screws that are up on the top aren't very big. After supper, and I just made it back from the kingdom, this is the weather we're sitting at today. It's -5 degrees Celsius, which is 23 degrees Fahrenheit. We even got the feels like on the bottom, but I think this is wrong. It's the same temperature as yesterday. As you can see, it's almost dark here. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and end my day.
Okay, 8 o'clock and I couldn't stop. We used some speed screws to get the tin on with the staff, and then she went home, and then I struggled, okay? This is the fun stuff we're doing here. I did the bottom and then I did the top. Okay, I'll walk over here. I got my trusty flashlight. All right, so the cord, I ended up taping it because it kept coming apart. And of course the socket falls off the impact. I don't have an impact in the whole kingdom that the socket actually stays on. So these are the screws we're using. They got to be 50, 60 years old. And this is like the third or fourth time I think I've reused them, just like the tin. And then those are the screws we were self-tapping screws we were doing for the speed install to get the tin up. The hard part is you got to hang the tin from the top, okay, to make it look straight, because nothing's straight. I live in the land of Dr. Seuss, so when it's all said and done, it works. Oh, you can see my breath. Okay, the goal today was to get the walls up and tinned in. That way how would you say, the wind could come along and it can tarp in. So tomorrow we got the rafters sitting on the table here, or the trailer, and we're going to make some rafters. We have no idea what we're going to do, but the main thing is it's out of the wind, we can tarp in. And the staff brought the wood stove, and we can set it up in here to get some heat if we need to. So we even got the screws onto the wood down here, but this will have to be, ooh, the flashlight. This will have to be anchored, but we can do that when the building's closed in and heated. Yes, because let's get this thing done. And how would you say, I don't know, get it done so we can work inside it. Oh, these lips. Okay, this side here was a little dark. Even with a flashlight, it was hard to see, but we got it done, and that's the main thing. Okay, that's it for the day. Okay, we got four flags all tangled up, except for the Australian flag, which is flying naturally. I can't figure this out. It's weird. Ooh, this is spooky. It is Halloween night. All right, I'm stiff and sore. I did too much today, so the pain medication will be double shots of vodka. All right, let's go walk the dogs, make some videos. Oh, drink some beer, make a video, and we'll talk to you guys later.